Let's take a legal deep dive into two cases making national headlines. Less than 2 weeks before his inauguration, President-elect Donald Trump faces a big legal day. On Friday, he's scheduled to be sentenced for falsifying business records related to hush money payments. Last May, if you'll remember, he was found guilty of 34 counts of falsifying business records that stemmed from allegations that he had his former lawyer, Michael Cohen, pay adult film star Stormy Daniels $130,000 to keep an alleged affair she had with Trump a secret before the 2016 election. Trump denied the charges. Joining me again is criminal defense attorney Hector Diaz of Diaz Law. Hector, what do you think Friday's sentencing will be?
You know, it will be a procession, and in the end, really nothing's going to happen. This will be a first time really in history that we see a president-elect going in to be sentenced on a felony conviction. This judge has already signaled in terms of, why he's doing it and what's going to happen. The why is a jury sat, listened to evidence. He wants to honor that process, and he wants the sentencing to go forward and establish that he is convicted of a felony. However, he's not imposing any jail. He's not going to impose any fine, no probation.
So it sounds like it's a matter of formality.
It is. It's a formality establishing that he will have a conviction on his record.
Okay, so here's a question. Had Trump lost the election, do you think the judge would have actually imposed a jail sentence?
There's a very, very high probability in terms of what you read in the judge's order. This judge believed, he felt in his legal bones that this individual had no respect for the law, had engaged in deceptive practices. These are the things that, as a defense attorney, when you're reading an order, you lean over and you signal to your client, there's a high chance that you're going to go to jail today. And that, that's what you see here in terms of what he was saying. He's just not going to do it. He's not going to impose jail on a soon-to-be sitting president.
Yeah. All right. Next up on Trump's to-do list, once he takes office, Trump has promised to pardon all those who have been convicted or are being prosecuted for the insurrection that took place at the Capitol 4 years ago. Now we're talking close to 1,600 people. Hector, do you think that he'll pardon all those who have been convicted or prosecuted?
He's come out on his Truth Social and his, platform, whatnot, and said, sort of, I might.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think what they're going to do is, I think his administration, the lawyers, are going to look at each case. They're going to look at cases that had some allegation of violence, probably not going to get a pardon. Some that maybe didn't go into the Capitol, were there somewhere close by. It's going to be a case-by-case basis.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so say you have a client who's pending prosecution for the January 6th offense. What is your strategy?
Right now, we're going to wait. We're not going to do anything. We're going to wait to see what happens here. Trump hasn't officially taken office. And I would tell the client, let's see if he makes truth on that promise. Let's see what happens here. And let's, then we're going to talk once he takes office to the administration. I'd write a letter to, the Department of Justice and request and lay out the basis and why I believe a pardon is necessary and just under the situation. But that client's not going to plead guilty. We're not going to trial until I navigate those issues first.
Just pause and see.
Absolutely.
All right, Hector, thank you so much for all your deep dive analysis. We appreciate it.